Hey guys, MaxLPQueen here, and welcome back to some more Nancy Drew Treasure in the Royal Tower. So, last episode I completely failed and rage quit, basically, is what you saw. I wasn't even talking about it, but yeah. Basically, I was rage quitting whenever I ended that episode off a little bit early last episode because I couldn't figure out this stupid puzzle. When literally it was so simple that I felt incredibly stupid, but yes, it is literally that simple to figure out this puzzle. So I figured it out, obviously an episode later, but I had to go back and look up a video for it and figure out how to do it so that I could finally get finished with the dang thing. But I also did something else last episode, and if you were listening to the commentary while you were watching the video, which I don't know why you wouldn't, but yeah, anyway, off track. I had a brilliant idea that just popped into my head when I was sitting there, and I was like, what am I doing? Why in the world am I recording these 10 minutes at a time when I don't have to? I literally do not have to. I have this simple thing at my hands here, this simple little tool called OBS Studio, which I can use to edit things and make them longer than they're supposed to be. So if I have a 10-minute recording of 2 episodes, which equals 20 minutes, I can just pull both of those 2 episodes into 1 episode, record it again, and hello, I've got a 20-minute episode instead of a 10-minute episode. Wow, how come it took me 9, 10, 8, however many episodes it was, how come it took me that long to realize this, you may ask? Well, it's simple. I am completely and utterly stupid. That's the simplest question I can give you. Or the answer I can give you to that question is that I'm stupid. Why did I not realize this until now? I have no idea. But that's good news for you guys though, because that means that when I play through these episodes of Nancy Drew, these older episodes, these older games that I'm not able to record more than 10 minutes of, because I'm not able to use OBS to record them. I have to use a separate software to do so. I definitely am gonna be cashing in there. Yeah, I'm gonna be able to cash in on that, and I'm gonna be able to do more than 10 minutes now, so I don't have to literally rush and stop what I'm talking, stop what I'm thinking at the time, and just I can take my time and actually get thoughts out and just say things that I couldn't say before because I had to end the episode off or it had to stop at a certain time. Because now it doesn't have to. Now I can literally finish my sentences before I end the episode because they're not going to end in 10 minutes or 8 minutes or 7 or however many minutes it is at a time. And that makes me feel really good. So yeah, I'm breathing a sigh of relief there. So right now though, if we're going to continue on into the game and actually talk about the game for a second, I am figuring out this other puzzle. So yeah, not just one puzzle. You have to get into the room with a puzzle, but then you have to figure out another puzzle to be able to get what is behind this wall. So yeah, we're basically doing 2 puzzles in 1 episode. I know, crazy, but it wouldn't be a Nancy Drew game if there didn't involve a whole bunch of obnoxiously annoying puzzles that some people seem to enjoy, but I myself am not typically fond of. Because, yeah, like I just stated before, I'm pretty stupid and I'm not very good at puzzles like this. I have found out since getting older that I don't have the patience anymore. And that's sad, because when I was younger, I could sit here for hours and hours and hours playing a Nancy Drew game and try to figure it out and never figure it out. But nowadays, I get so annoyed if it doesn't get finished in like 2 seconds, these puzzles, that yeah, I want to quit. Which is what I did last episode when I couldn't figure out that puzzle to that other one, or couldn't figure out the answer to the other puzzle board thing, or whatever those things were called. Yeah, I quit. And I ended the episode. But I figured it out this episode, and this one, I'm telling you right now, I know you don't believe me, but this one I figured out by myself. And I was super, super, super happy about it. I was like, oh my gosh, I did it. I did it. I did it all by myself. Okay, granted, I didn't do it exactly by myself. I had a picture, but there was no video that I could find online of the junior version of that puzzle. So I think I might be one of the first ones that has actually completed it on junior mode on YouTube, and I have a walkthrough of it so you can see it. I might not be explaining exactly how to do it, but obviously you can see on the screen how to do it. So if yours looks exactly like mine does, then you're gonna have an easy time being able to figure it out. The senior detective is actually way harder, so yeah. I had a hard time figuring my junior detective one out, so I can't imagine how hard it must be on the senior detective mode. I did find plenty of those videos online though, because apparently a lot of people like to play this on senior mode, and I have enough trouble with junior that I'm gonna stick with the junior, okay? Sorry. If you want a senior detective walkthrough, there's plenty online, I can guarantee you, because that's what a lot of people like to do. They like to do things the hard way, but you know what? I play a lot of Nuzlockes on the channel, and I think those are hard enough for me as it is, so I'm gonna take it easy with this one and this series, and I'm gonna do it the easier route. But we did manage to get that thing open, and now we have a book. A mysterious book that I have no idea what it goes to, but we're just gonna go ahead and take the book and head to our next destination, which I believe is the professor is the one that we need to talk to next, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's who I'm looking for, but I have lost her room and I can't find it anymore. Now I finally found it, so let's talk to her and tell her what we found. Hopefully. Are we or aren't we? Is that the question on everyone's mind? Actually, we are, because even though this episode that I did myself might be over, this one is not. Yes, we are going to continue on playing through. So let's go ahead and see
Brandy? Oh,
what she has to say.
You're here. At the moment, my theory is rising like a magnificent souffle. I need to collect a few more ingredients, if you will, but it's a delicate situation. If I leave my room even for a moment, I fear the souffle will come crashing down in a heap.
You're cooking a souffle in there?
Oh, don't take me too literally, dear. What I need is some information about the castle. Hard numbers. I've come to the conclusion that you are an enterprising and faithful soul. Therefore, I have decided to entrust you with this important mission. Who knows? If you succeed, I might whisk you away from the hotel business to be my personal research assistant.
Well, Professor Hotchkiss, I'm not actually in the hotel business, but I'd love to help.
Marvelous! Here's what I need to know. How many days before her 38th birthday was Marie Antoinette executed? I'll be very eager to hear what you come up with. But please, don't disturb me unless you have the answer.
Okay, so there we have it. We are actually able to continue on because I've decided to become smart and put 2 episodes into one. And Professor Hotchkiss apparently has something going on, and she's hit a breakthrough or something. I have no idea. But this part of the game is going to be one of those where you're probably going to be raging at me more than I was raging at myself. Because if you'll remember, probably, I want to say the first episode maybe, we went ahead and actually took a look at the books that were on the shelf. And a lot of the times when you play through these games, the books aren't really that big of a significant thing. They don't really mean too much. And they just add to like backstory and stuff, and you can just read about them for historical knowledge or just different things that they put in there, which I think is very cool. But in this instance, we actually need an answer from a book for her.
Did you find the information I asked you for?
Sure did.
Good, but I need you to write it down so I don't forget.
So we have to look up the answer to her question, and we have to
Thank
give
you.
her the
Let me
answer.
do some calculations to see if this is correct. No, that can't be it. It doesn't fit my calculations. You'll need to try again. Yes, did you find the information I asked you for?
Can you remind me of what I'm looking for again?
Allow me to refresh your memory. On what date was the Bastille prison destroyed during the French Revolution? I'll be very eager to hear what you come up with. But please, don't disturb me unless you have the answer.
And if you don't give her the right answer to the question, she gives you another question that you don't know unless you ask her several times and you say, oh, can you repeat the question? Because I could go down here and read about Marie Antoinette again and go type in a different answer, and she would be like, no, because that has nothing to do with what I asked you, because now I'm asking you about this Bastille prison or something like that. And I'm not even asking you about Marie Antoinette anymore. And so this part of the game kind of frustrated me a bit, only because you're probably frustrated with me more than I am frustrated. Like, I was frustrated when I was playing this part. Right now, I'm not frustrated. Right now, I'm just kind of thinking like, oh, you're so stupid. Because the words are literally in front of your face. If you'll just read them, then you can get the answer to your question. But that's the problem that I had, was I couldn't just read the whole entire thing and it'd be 10 minutes long and then it cut off on me while I was reading, because I am a pretty slow reader, and then I still wouldn't get the answer. Because honestly, whenever I finish this recording, actually, spoiler alert here, I'm not going to get the answer correct again. You can obviously see for yourself here.
Yes, did you find the information I asked you for?
Sure did.
Good, but I need you to write it down so I don't forget. Thank you. Let me do some calculations to see if this is correct. No, that can't be it. It doesn't fit my calculations. You'll need to try again. Yes, did you find the information I asked you for?
Can you remind me of what I'm looking for again?
You're lucky I don't mind repeating myself. Now, are you listening? Not counting the towers. How many windows are there on the face of the castle? I'll be very eager to hear what you come up with. But please, don't disturb me unless you have the answer.
Yeah. So as you can see, I clearly did not read through the book, and I clearly don't know any of the answers. And a lot of you have probably paused the video, looked through each book, read both of them, been like, girl, what is wrong with you? Because the answer was clearly ... And I don't have the answer. And then she changes the question every single time. So yeah, I had to go back down, reread each of the books, and I still couldn't find the answer. So yeah, like I said, spoiler alert, I'm not going to find the answer in this episode. It's going to be the next episode when I find the answer, because literally, this isn't like a question that I don't even think is actually part of this book here. I think you actually have to actually take like the actual windows in that picture and count all of them, and some of them are faded and you can't really tell. So I literally have no idea what she wants from me. So I'm just gonna continue answering questions, and you know what? Maybe I might get a question right. Maybe I might get one wrong. Who knows? I'm just gonna continue on asking questions. So that's pretty much why this episode is this long.
Yes, did you find the information I asked you for?
Sure did.
Good, but I need you to write it down so I don't forget.
Because I'm gonna have to go back and forth and keep doing these things.
Thank you. Let me do some
3 or 4
calculations to
times.
see if this is correct. No, that can't be it. It doesn't fit my calculations. You'll need to try again. Yes, did you find the information I asked you for?
Can you remind me of what I'm looking for again?
Allow me to refresh your memory. How many days before her 38th birthday was Marie Antoinette executed? I'll be very eager to hear what you come up with. But please, don't disturb me unless you have the answer.
And now we're back to the Marie Antoinette question. Again. So yeah, apparently I can't even count the number of windows on a picture correctly. And I have to go down and look again, which I don't know what me going back and forth is actually doing, to be honest, because I can look at the books all day, but when I was recording this, it didn't matter how many times I looked at the books. I had no idea what any of the answers were, so I decided to just end the episode off right here. A bit abruptly, I know, but I decided to end it off there because I'm going to look up the answers myself, and I'm going to read through the whole entire book, or books, however many it takes, until I get the correct answer, and then I will have it, of course, in the next episode. So, sorry for the abrupt ending there, but at least the video was longer than it was last episode. I'm glad I actually figured that out. It was a little too late. I could have done it at the beginning of the series, but whatever. I figured it out now, and that's all that matters. So, I will see you guys in the next episode of Treasure in the Royal Tower, and I hope by then I'll have an answer to her question.